Hello students, today we will start with the part second of the chapter number third, that is private, public and global enterprise. In the first part we have covered about departmental undertaking. Okay, we have covered departmental undertaking, and in this video we will cover about public corporation, and after public corporation it is government companies. So starting with the first, public corporation. What is the meaning of public corporation or statutory corporation? As you can see here, there is two meaning. First one, the meaning of statutory, and second one, the meaning of corporation. Okay. So the meaning of statutory is anything which require permission and which is enacted by statute. Statute basically means your permission by law. Okay. So anything which require permission and which is actually enacted by statute, that means required permission by the law, that is the meaning of statutory. And come on to the meaning of corporation. What is the meaning of corporation? Corporation is a large company or a group of company which is authorized to act as a single entity. What do you mean by single entity? And it is recognized by law. It is actually, single entity means it is actually registered, and due to registered they are getting the feature of separate legal entity. Okay, so this is actually the meaning of your corporation. Okay, to sum up, what is the definition of statutory corporation? क्योंकि अभी तो हमने statutory की अलग definition पढ़ी है and corporation की अलग पढ़ी है. So what will be the total combined definition of statutory corporation? So it will be a body which is formed by a special act of parliament. Okay, special act of parliament. It can be your central or it can be your state. Okay, so when any organization or any corporation is formed by the special act of parliament, either by the central, either by the state, so that will be known as your statutory corporation. And as it is mentioned here, it is a single entity. That means the registration of the statutory corporation is compulsory, and whatever the rules and regulation or objectives, everything is defined in that particular act only. Okay, so I hope the meaning is clear to you. So now moving on further, we will discuss the key points or the features. Okay, so the first key point or the first feature is created by act of parliament. Either it can be central or state legislature. As we have discussed now only, it is created by central or state. So let's discuss with the help of two examples. In this, you can see two pictures on your screen. First one is of LIC and second one is of UP Raj Ki Nirman Nigam, which is actually the UP government undertaking. Okay. So let's discuss these two things with the help of this explanation. See, according to this LIC is actually the creation of LIC corporation. Okay, in the parliament of India, it was passed the LIC Insurance Corporation Act, and it was passed on 19th of June 1956. Okay, and the Life Insurance Corporation of India was created on 1st September 1956. So basically the act was passed earlier. It was passed on 19th of June, and this LIC corporation came into existence on 1st September. Okay, 1956. And what was the objective of this LIC? The objective was to spread life insurance much more widely, in particular the rural areas, with a view to reach all insurable persons. The main objective of this LIC was to reach maximum of the individual so that this insurance sector can be boosted up. Okay. Now moving further, this was the example of your central. Now we'll discuss about the example of your state, that is your UP Uttar Pradesh Rajkiya Nirman Nigam, ठीक है, and it was actually established under the state legislature. So this UP Rajkiya Nirman Nigam was established in the year 1975 as a UP state government. Okay, it was actually a UP government initiative, and basically the main objective of this Nirman Nigam, it was started its operation in 1975. Okay, so in 1975 this your Rajkiya Nirman Nigam, UP Rajkiya Nirman Nigam, was established, and the main focus of this sector was for the maximum of your construction. Okay, so I hope these two examples are clear to you. So these two examples are basically the proof, or basically define that it is actually created by parliament, okay, and or it's by central or state legislature. Okay. Okay, so now moving further to the next feature, that is powers, objective, limitation. Powers, objective and limitation, they are already defined in the Act. Fine. So how it is actually defined? So let's discuss with some of your examples. Okay. So here I have taken the example of, so here I am having an example of LIC only. We will continue with it. And in this LIC, everything is actually in the act of this LIC, everything is being predetermined or pre-decided in the act only. Okay. So like we will discuss the objective of LIC. In this we will discuss the objective of LIC. So these are certain points of which defines the objective of LIC. That is the first point. It's this spread, life insurance should be widely spread, in particular to the rural areas, so that the socially and economical backward classes can also be secured. Means the basic concept or basic objective of LIC was to reach maximum individual or maximum sector, so that the individuals can be secured in a large quantity. Okay? And that too providing them with the adequate financial cover, that too financial cover against, cover kiske against mein, that is at a, against that and at a reasonable cost. Okay? Second one, the second objective was to maximize the mobilization of people's saving. Okay? The second objective was to maximize the mobilization. Mobilization means the movement of a money, the movement of a savings. Okay? How the movement of a savings can be mobilized? The individuals who are having their saving, they can invest in those sector, in those areas, by which in return they can earn profit. Okay? So one of the objective was your mobilization of people's saving. Second one was, third one was the primary obligation to its policy holder. The main objective again was that those individuals, those policy holders, those who are investing in LIC, their amount, their money should not be cheated. Basically, the policy holder should not be cheated. Next one was to conduct business with utmost economy and with the full realization that the money belongs to the policy holder. Next one, it also acts as a trustee. It also acts as a guider, so that the individuals and the group of members can be saved against that. Means they act as a trustee, they guide them as per the situation. And the last one, to meet the various life insurance need of the community that would arise in the changing social and economic environment. So as per the changing demand, as per the changing economy, this life insurance has also tried to patch up with the changing requirement. Okay, so these were the certain objectives which we have discussed here. Now moving to the third point, that is total control of central and state government. So the third feature is that everything is being controlled, everything means there is a total control of central and state government. So here we are having an example. Okay, so here we are having an example of a management control. Okay, we will discuss about the, so here we will discuss about the some example related with the LIC only, and this example is related with the management control of a government. See, as we have discussed earlier, that whatever the undertaking, whatever the rules and regulation was there, that was predefined in the act only. Okay, and due to this, it is considered to be a separate legal entity as well. But at certain point of time or at certain situation, if this statutory operation is not up to the mark or is not working properly, so in that case government is having a full right to take over on these public corporation. So here I am having an example, the recent example of LIC, right? So according to this, the government, this is a particular article, that according to this, the government is actually trying to retain management control on LIC after going through their activities. Okay, and this statement was basically given by our finance minister, that is Sitaraman, that is Nirmala Sitaraman. Okay, so this is an example, or this statement was given in the budget speech of 2020 and 21. Okay, and in this she has declared or announced that the Life Insurance Corporation of India will be a fully owned government undertaking. Okay, it will work as a government undertaking. And why it is so? And in this she has also clarified the government will remain the majority shareholders and will continue to retain management control so that the interest of the policy holder can be safeguarded. Okay, so due to any reason, this management control is now shifted from this LIC to the public or government undertaking. Okay, so this was an example that the government, whether it is state or central, they are having a total control over it. Moving further, now we'll discuss about the separate legal entity. So it is very simple. This public corporation, they are having a separate legal entity. Why? Because everything, first of all, the registration is compulsory. Okay, registration is there, and when the registration is done, obviously as soon as the registration is done, the one more feature is added, that is separate legal entity. Okay, so here the public corporation is considered to be a separate legal entity, and in this particular act, everything, its power, its duties, its function, everything is actually described. Okay, so now moving further to the next feature, that is your board of directors nominated by government. So in this, basically all the board of directors are actually nominated by the government only. Okay, as it is mentioned here, whatever the rules regarding your appointments, regarding the fixing of the remunerations of the employees, service conditions. Service condition are actually, everything is being actually made or framed by the government or by the board of directors. Even the board of directors are being nominated by the government itself. Okay. So everything directly or indirectly, there is a control of the government itself. Okay. Now moving further, it is sixth features we will discuss about. It is actually free from political interference. Okay, they are actually free from political interference. Why? Because these public corporation, they work as an autonomous body. They work as an autonomous body. Autonomous body means free body, in which, because they are actually created by the special act of parliament, and every duties, obligation, everything is already mentioned in the act only, the concerned act. Okay. So in this, there is no interference of the government into the day-to-day working of these corporations. Okay. And even the directors are also appointed according to the provision which is already made in the act. Okay. Now moving further to the next part, that is accountable to parliament, state legislature, and submit annual report of its working. Okay. So they are basically accountable to parliament, state legislature, and obviously they have to submit their annual report of its working. ठीक है, जो भी ये करते हैं उसकी रिपोर्ट उन्हें सबमिट करनी होती है टू द पार्लियामेंट. उनकी वर्किंग जो है वो सब उनको मेंशन करना पड़ता है कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली दे हैव डन. सो देयर आर सर्टेन एग्जांपल्स like for example we are talking about the auditing. So their audit is actually being conducted by the controller and auditor general, ठीक है, department, and these are actually a professional chartered accountant, ठीक है, which is directed by the government so that they can justify or so that they can audit the accounts of the statutory corporation. And the next one, obviously they have to submit the annual reports on its working. They have to submit whatever the working they have done, whatever the revenue they have generated, everything working day-to-day operation they have to mention to the parliament. Okay. Okay, moving further, the next feature is the main motive is of service to general public. So think about the example that is of LIC. In LIC, the main objective or the main motive of LIC is social service. How they are providing social service? By providing the insurance service. Okay, and they are providing the insurance service, and the main objective is social service, and after that they are focusing on earning profit. Okay, and basically the profit earned by such corporation is used for providing services to the society again. Okay, so this was the example, or this were the feature, 8 feature of your main motive service to general public.